You don't have to go back and change the way you teach. You have to go back and change the way you learn. And what you want to become is you want to become networked learners. It starts as an individual. That collective action is important, but the starting place is with you right now, sitting here in this audience. It starts with you as an individual. The first step is for you to connect to a larger network. And then joining together in communities, which here in New Zealand, you have so many opportunities to do that already. But in your communities, are you still working in the isolation, in the silos of your classroom and not really connecting with each other's schools, across your country, across islands, across the world? And that's what you need to be doing. You need to be collaborating with like-minded people, making a commitment and saying, this is what we want to do. We want to improve over time. We're going to invest it for the long haul here, and we want to accomplish systemic change. We want to learn by having these powerful conversations, by instead of being mandated accountability, we want to grow as a profession, because right now teaching is pretty much a semi-profession. We want to instead grow to a true profession where it is mutual accountability, that we hold each other accountable. We're the only profession that really doesn't police its own, that has it done from on high. And then eventually we want to do is, as we learn, as we figure out these answers, we want to scale this. We want to figure out intentionally how do we spread and scale what we're learning so that we get to the point of not having these isolated pockets of change, but rather having meaningful change, systemic change that's going to leave education better than we found it. We are the last generation. Those of you sitting in this room, you are the last generation of educators who have the prerogative to decide whether or not you want to embrace these technologies, embrace these new shifts, embrace these concepts that we've been discussing. Because the babies that are in your classroom right now, they won't have that choice. If they don't master these skills, if they don't understand how to use these tools, these participatory medias to connect and collaborate with other people around the world, then they are going to not be successful in the 21st century. You tell me a job that's being created today that doesn't have technology at the core of it, that understanding. I would go so far to say to you that this is a moral responsibility. That if you don't make the decision, it used to be, do I want to embrace technology, do I not want to embrace it? And everybody in this room knows somebody who's techno-resistant or techno-reluctant, and they have done a marvelous job. They have educated kids who've gone on to do wonderful things. However, in today's world, preparing today's learner, it's not going to be the same way. And I would tell you that you have a moral responsibility to help provide that safety net for these kids to get these experiences, to understand these skills, to understand these new literacies in the safety net of your classroom. Kids that are from affluent backgrounds, their parents are going to take care of it. They'll get what they need. But the very children that we created education for in the first place, that we came together and said, we want to help these most at-risk learners, the only place that they're going to get it is in the safety net of your classrooms. And if you don't provide it, then what you're doing is you're actually adding to that chasm between the haves and the have-nots.